Hollywood. That's gooey ballyhooly Hollywood, where any office boy or young mechanic can be.
Hello, Hollywood. Welcome to this morning's Walk of Fame ceremony. I would like to give a shout out to our fans watching our live video stream presented by our media partner, Variety. I'm Rana Gadban, President and CEO of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, which is presenting this program. For today's Walk of Fame ceremony, we honor one of the most important and influential recording artists of his generation, a man who broke barriers and inspired many young singers. Today, Hollywood honors the late Jackie Wilson. Was the 2,672nd star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But before we invite his son, John Wilson, who's accepting the star on behalf of his father, let me tell you about our honoree. Jack Leroy Wilson Jr. was born in 1934 in Detroit, Michigan. He began singing in gospel quartet called the Ever Ready Gospel Singers. And in 1953, he joined Billy Ward and his Dominoes, eventually becoming lead singer of the group. He launched his solo career in 1957 with his debut single, Reed Petite, the Finest Girl You Ever Want to Meet, written by Barry Gordon Jr. and Billy Davis. From 1958 to 1970, Jackie was a mainstay of the R&B and pop charts, where he amassed 24 top 40 singles. All of his classics were released on the landmark Brunswick Records label under the direction of future label president and record producer Nat Tarnapol. Known as Mr. Excitement, Jackie captivated audiences with his dazzling stage moves and soaring vocal ranges. Jackie's music career crossed genres from doo-wop and rhythm and blues to easy listening standards and rock and roll. He was a charismatic showman who ushered in the emergence of soul and R&B in the 60s. He has been honored with inductions into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the R&B Music Hall of Fame. The commercial success of Jackie's music, along with Brunswick endeavors, steered him into television bookings on Dick Clark's American Bandstand, The Ed Sullivan Show, Shindig, and many, many others. Jackie was also seen doing You Better Know It in the 1959 movie, Go Johnny Go. Some of his other hits include Dogging Around, Night, Alone at Last, My Empty Arms, A Woman, a Lover, a Friend, and Baby Workout. Additional sessions were done in Chicago with producer Carl Davis and engineer Bruce Sweden, which yielded Whispers, Getting Louder, Higher and Higher, I Get the Sweetest Feeling, and This Love Is Real. Sadly, on September 29, 1975, while playing a Dick Carn Oldies review show, Jackie suffered a heart attack on stage and was hospitalized until his death on January 21, 1984, at the young age of 49. Jackie's epic recordings remain in our memories, and they constantly reach new ears on the radio, movies, television, and digital universe. And in celebration of today's special Walk of Fame ceremony, the definitive Jackie Wilson, a compilation of 50 remastered iconic songs, will be available today on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, and all major digital platforms. Please, let's give him a round of applause in his memory. And in memory of our honoree, before we hear from Jackie's son, John, we have 3 guest speakers who'd like to say a few kind words about our honoree. Our first speaker is known as the godfather of vocal groups. He founded the group, the Shy-Lights, which became international superstar and rhythm and blues Hall of Famers. Between 1969 and 1974, the group scored 11 top 10 singles on the Billboard R&B charts with hits like Have You Seen Her? Give It Away. Give More Power to the People. Are You My Woman? A Letter to Myself, and Oh Girl, just to name a few. Please welcome to the stage Marshall Thompson.
Good afternoon. Oh, let's make some noise for Mr. Excitement himself. Jackie Wilson. I'm going to tell you a little story about Jackie. When I first got my start at the Regal Theater, Gladys Knight and the Pips gave me my first start as playing drums. I played drums with Gladys Knight for the whole week at the Regal Theater. When that show was over, I had a chance to play with Major Lance with Monkey Time. Major Lance took me down to see Carl Davis. I told Carl, hey, I got a group, Eugene Record, Robert Squirrel Lester, Quidel Jones, and myself, the original Shy-Lights. So we went down there and auditioned. And next thing I knew, Barbara Ackland was buzzing the doorbell. And who was at that doorbell coming up the steps? That Turnipole. Jackie Wilson. He was coming up them steps, I started shaking. Jackie Wilson? Jackie Wilson in the house? Jackie is the one that my mother loved to death. She loved him. She told me, if I ever get a hold of him, he might be been your father. So as time went on, I happened to be in the right place at the right time. I played drums on Jackie Wilson's song he had come to record in Chicago. And then after that, Eugene Records started writing all them hits. Oh Girl, Have You Seen Her, Toby, and many, many more. And then we came up with Don't Burn No Bridges. That was the Shy-Lights and Jackie Wilson together. What a great song. And then I got a call from Ruth Bowen at Queen Booking Agency in New York. Say, you all going on the road with Jackie Wilson. I said, I know you kidding. But he is the one. Don't listen to everybody else. Listen to me. I'm still here. 60 years with the Shy-Lights. 60 years. If it wasn't for Jackie Wilson, we wouldn't have been on Brunswick. Jackie Wilson heard us singing, and he told Carl Davis, sign him. And he signed us. Next thing I know, we was on tour with Jackie Wilson for 4 years. We'd like to say one thing to you. God is good. God is good to have him. This star is overdue. But I'm glad to see myself still living here. The last man standing of the original Shy-Lights. I'm glad to see him. Give him a big round of applause. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. We got some super bad guys coming up here. I'll tell you one thing. Back in the old days, Jackie Wilson, Smokey Robinson, you couldn't get no girl nowhere. We just sit down. Jackie Wilson and Smokey Robinson had all the girls at the Regal Theater. Thank you, Sarah County. That's my time. I love you. Thank you. And don't forget, I'd like to thank you one time. BMI made the Shy-Lights Old Girl record number 36 for BMI in the world of the history of centuries. Thank you so very kindly for that.
Before we introduce our next speaker, we have a few celebrities in the audience who are here today supporting the Jackie Wilson family. Walk of Famer Billy Griffin of the Miracles. Walk of Famer Claudette Robinson of the Miracles too. Songwriter Janie Bradford. Walk of Famer Mary Wilson of the Supremes. Singer Jody Watley. Performer Lilo Thomas. And last but not least, we have Walk of Famer Ray Parker Jr. and President of Brunswick Records, Paul Tarnopol. It's an honor to introduce our next speaker. Our next speaker is a legendary singer-songwriter, record producer, record executive, and co-founder of Motown Records. He started his career with the Miracles and recorded Motown's first million-selling hit, Shop Around. He would later go on to produce 26 top 40 hits with the Miracles, including several top 10 hits such as You Really Got a Hold on Me, I Second That Emotion, and the group's #1 pop hit, The Tears of a Clown. Along with the group star The Miracles, he has also awarded a solo star. Please welcome to the stage Walk of Famer Smokey Robinson.
Thank you. I'm here today because I actually have to be. I really do. I'm not saying that in jest for those of you who laugh, because were it not for my love of Jackie Wilson, I probably would have never met my best friend who started one of the musical events of our lifetime, Berry Gordy. Yeah. The Miracles and I had gone to audition for Jackie Wilson's managers at the time. And Jackie Wilson, as a kid growing up, was my #1 singing idol. I would have walked 20 miles to see Jackie Wilson sing because, like they said, he was Mr. Dynamite, and he was great. And so I went to audition for his managers, and that's how I met Berry Gordy, which is a very, very, very important day in my life. I tell everybody it was a God day, because that day that we went to audition for his manager, Berry didn't have to be there, or we didn't have to be there on the day that he was there to turn in some new songs. Jackie Wilson was probably the most dynamic entertainer. When you guys, you know who Michael Jackson is, okay? Okay, so for those of you who perhaps were not familiar with Jackie Wilson's performances, a lot of the things that you saw Michael Jackson do, he had seen Jackie Wilson do. So Jackie Wilson was absolutely the man. And I had the great pleasure of playing at the Apollo Theater in New York with Jackie Wilson a couple of times. And I was really, really, really hurt and outdone when I found out he had passed out on stage. But I know if he passed out on stage, he passed out where he wanted to be. If he had to go down, that's where he wanted to go down, because he was the stage master. So I'm really, really honored to be here today to celebrate Jackie Wilson, because Jackie Wilson was the man. And for those of you who are perhaps in this audience or walking down the street who do not know that he was the man, I'm telling you right now, Jackie Wilson was the man, and he deserves this. And I'm so happy I am so happy that he finally got this recognition, and he will be on this street for all times. God bless all of you.
Last but not least, our next speaker is the founder of Motown, the hit-making enterprise. Birthed in Detroit, Michigan, he nurtured the careers of Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, Diana Ross and the Supremes, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, The Temptations, Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5, and many other music greats. The Motown sound reached out across a racially divided, politically and socially charged country to transform popular music. This year marks a year-long celebration of Motown's 60th anniversary. Please welcome to the stage Walk of Famer Gordy.
Okay. First of all, I thank my best friend, Smokey Robinson, best friend in the world, Smokey Robinson. What a great opportunity and honor for me to be here to talk about one of the most exciting artists I have ever known, Mr. Jackie Wilson. Even before Motown, he gave me my first hit, and I gave him his. It was written by Rokel, co-written by Rokel, Billy Davis, and my sister Gwen, and it was called Reet Petite. Jackie had gone solo after leaving a group called Billy Ward and the Dominoes. I was lucky. My sisters Gwen and Anna, who were always promoting their little brother, me, worked in a nightclub in Detroit called the Flame Show Bar. Jackie was appearing there, and they introduced me to this man. What a day. Jackie was a songwriter's dream. He took our so-so song and turned it into a classic, presenting it in such a way that people could not believe their eyes or ears. He inspired us to write several more hits for him, including Lonely Teardrops, That's Why I Love You So, and To Be Loved. There was no one like Jackie. He was the epitome of greatness, suave and cool and sexy and polished, and definitely a master interpreter of song. And when I went to see him live, I was blown away. When he hit the stage, he was like a lightning bolt, strutting and dancing, and his coat flung over his shoulder. I mean, singing my song, Reet Petite. Spinning and turning, he jumped off one level of the stage to another, landing in a perfect split. I was worried. I thought maybe he had broke something. But without stopping, he squeezed his legs together and propelled himself into an upright position, just in time to do another twirl, drop to his knees, and pop back up and finish the song right on beat. Jackie had worked himself and the audience into a frenzy. Even at the end of the show, his energy was still flowing like electricity, body pouring with sweat, his shirt hanging open, and I'm helping him off stage as women were trying to jump all over him and me. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my. I thought if only I could be Jackie for just one night. 1 hour. It was while writing for Jackie that I met one of the most important people in my life, Smokey Robinson. It was because of his love for songs that I had written for Jackie that he wanted to work with me. Smokey's group, The Miracles, became the first successful artist on Motown. Jackie had spoiled me. He set the standard for all the artists that came after on Motown. It was really rough for everyone that came after him. Just ask Smokey. He caught so much hell from me. I'd say, be like Jackie, be like Jackie. Smokey would say, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Jackie's showmanship influenced so many artists, from Elvis to Michael Jackson, and continue to do so today. I am so fortunate because of Jackie Wilson. So thank you, Jackie, for the inspiration and the thrills. Love you, man. And thank all of you for coming out.
I would now like to invite John Wilson and his siblings to join me, please, on stage. Let's give them a round of applause. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce administers the Walk of Fame on behalf of the City of Los Angeles. And on behalf of our Los Angeles City Council member, Mitch O'Farrell, the city has provided a beautiful resolution that we will now like to present to his family. And if you can turn around facing the fans so that fans can also be able to take a picture of you guys. Thank you. Let me put it for you. Yes, why don't you do that? Okay. Gotcha. And on behalf of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, we now declare today Jackie Wilson Day in Hollywood. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you John Wilson.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. This is a big, big to do, and I'm very honored for my father. And so let me say, it is with enormous gratitude that we, as a family, stand here on behalf to express thanks to everyone here today. Thank you, Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, for all the work and effort you put forth to make this supreme honor possible. Thanks to Paul Tarnapo and the Brunswick family for their endless professional and personal support. If my father was here today, he would say getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame has truly taken us higher than we've ever been lifted before. So I just really want to say thank you, and it was, I'm probably not supposed to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Like, thank you, Barry Gordy. I've always, since a child, wanted to meet you. I'm getting ready to really meet you in a minute. And Smokey, where you at, Smokey? I've met you with my mother Harleen a couple of times. I know you. Nobody believes me, but I know you. And, thank you for everyone that's come. And, I'm sure my family feels the same. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
And please help us celebrate by cheering as we unveil the star. Let's hear it again for Jackie Wilson. We proudly welcome to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Jackie Wilson.
Hi, Mary Wilson. I see you.
I
know you too.
I know her.
Yeah, this is rain right here. Rain.
Thank you so much.
Yep, I'm the baby. It's the baby girl. I'm the oldest. Sister. I'm Sabrina. I'm Lee. This is John. And this is Tony. Anthony.
I'm John.
Go ahead and step on the star.
Okay, stand on it. Put one foot. Over here. Now I'm gonna get Don't sit down, just stand there for a minute. Sabrina. Sabrina, the girl's name. What's your name, Sabrina? Sabrina. S-A-B-R-I-N-A. Like the teenage witch, but I'm a old. And then the other sister? I'm Lenny. L-I-F-hyphen-capital-N-I-E. And that's Tony over there, right? Right. There's Tony, yes. Okay, thank you. Yes, ma'am. Right, right.
Marshall.
Right down to the left, down the left. Right down to the
Carrie. Guys.
Thank you very much. Video, you're talking. Over here. Cover your face.
Everybody look straight ahead, folks. Hold that Jerry. Turn the side down. Yeah, there you go.
I'm right here. I'm the barrel.
Okay, everybody straight ahead. Here we go.
Over this way. I'm Tori.
Thank you very much.